friends. I am back from Go Wild and making a video. Oh my goodness. So, your eyes do not deceive you. We are going to plan in my B6 Owl Journal by Marissa Porter. I absolutely adore this planner. And when I was at Go Wild, one of my takeaways was, as someone in this community, there's a lot of grassroots growth and networking that happens, and I would like to be more of a part of that by supporting the people and the brands that align with, I don't know, just who I am as a person. So Marissa was not there, but I found myself wishing she was there and wishing more people knew about her product, wishing I had it with me to show. I did run into Mark from Mark Your Pages. He used to be Men Who Bullet. He also loves this planner. So I was like, I got my picture with him and I was like, oh, we both love that owl planner. Okay, anyway. I do have this all set up, but some of this stuff is not how I really want to use it moving forward, like this. So I have ordered another one, and like some of this stuff I like never even used. I mean, save 5K by October, that didn't happen. Those ones happened. That one's in progress. That one happened. Okay. Anyway, a lot of the stuff that I have in here is just not how I want to do it now, like this. This is super cute, but I just don't want to use it like that. So this is this week. What had happened was, I do love how Marissa has these hours set up. She has it from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. in a very small space, but it still looks very organized and not cramped. And this is, as I said, a B6 size. The weekends each still have their own day. I love that. However, since I use so many stickers, I put my own Aura Estelle tape to kind of move where the hours are, so that I can have like my main to-dos at the top and then my hours. I only need 8 to 6. So, and then down here, I just put some deco. I may do that differently in the future, but I really like how my week turned out. So I thought I would show y'all that first of all. And let's do some daily planning. So this planner is set up in a similar fashion to Sterling ink, but in my opinion, the cover, the binding and the paper are superior. So there's that. So, and the pages are numbered, and the pages in the back are all blank, and it comes in 2 books. So I have ordered another like full set, because I just want to change up how I've been setting it up. So, and there's a big sale, so I'm like, hey, why not? So check it out if you're wanting a new planner, but you're like, I don't know if I want to spend. Big sale. And you can use my code KELL10, KELL10, if you want to save 10% on top of the sale. Okay. What are we going to do for these daily pages? Let's see what we've got here. It was so great. I'm not going to talk a lot about my Go Wild experience, but I want to just talk briefly about how great it was to meet the Go Wild, to meet the Sweet Kawaii team at Go Wild. Oh my gosh, definitely a highlight of my trip. How great it was to meet Brandy and her friends that she brought along. We all got along thick as thieves. Let's use for these 2 pages the spring cleaning. Well, actually, I found that I loved the journaling kit on the weekly, so let me save this for the weekly. I'm starting to really love those journaling kits. Okay, here we go. Let's use Horizontal Breakfast Club, because although I used up all this washi, I bought the roll of Breakfast Club washi, so haha. Let me find it. That's one thing. When I came home, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been in another land. And I gotta get like reacquainted with my life and learn how to work again. And whew, it was a whirlwind. I think I don't want to talk about all my thoughts here because I like really went into detail on my stories, and I saved them on my highlights on my Instagram that says Go Wild. So if you want to check out my in-depth thoughts, my play-by-play about my Go Wild experience, you can look there. But let's talk about some of my takeaways. I think one thing that this conference does really well for the attendees, they do very well at not, uh-oh, I'm missing some of these, so, but I can wrangle it up. They don't make it seem like a networking event and marketing event, which it is 100%, okay? I went to business school, and I know a lot about, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I know quite a bit about marketing. I've been in sales in the past, and these are exactly like the networking events in the business world, except with a couple more fun elements. Oh, let me think. I was looking at my older videos last night and thinking how I want to set this up. Actually, instead of date covers, I'm gonna hand letter. When I was at the conference, I realized I really miss doing hand lettering more. So let's do that. But for those of you who plan that have not been in the business world, this is a networking event. Think about it. They're getting all the people. Let me find a good color Tombow first. I think this one will be good. Yeah. This is Tombow 553. They get all the people that are interested in one thing in one place, and they sell to us, and we eat it up and we love it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying we fall for anything. We know it and we love it. We're like, yeah, sell to us, man. Today is the 23rd. Show us what you got. Give us free stuff. We might buy more. Okay, that is all part of marketing and selling. Okay. Why do you think they show us stuff in such a fun format? Why do you think they give us stuff that we don't normally buy, like a Erin Condren makeup bag? That was something that was on my table. Erin Condren Lazy Susan from my desk. I mean, I would never think to buy that on their website. I just think about planners. So today is Tuesday. Although we don't think of it as a networking and marketing event, it is 1000% a networking and marketing event. The people who should realize it, and I think most of them do, are the business owners and the bigger creators. Okay, this is a chance for them to connect with people who love their brand or their channel or their social media or whatever they have going on, their podcast. to tell people about what they have, or to connect with people who already love it, who can talk them up. I think most people at the conference do. This is cute. I'm gonna do this for both of these days. I think most of the, especially the business owners at this event really did keep that in mind. And I'm not saying that they're like tricking us or there's something different in real life, but you know, a smart brand owner is going to know that what they do at an event like this is going to either help or hinder their business, because that's just how it is. Because Go Wild has done such a good job of making the attendees feel like it's not a marketing and networking event. It's just a place for us to have fun with each other and whatever, which is true, but think about it. We are being sold to the entire time. The planner fair, the little ads that they have during the sessions, the type of speakers that they have, although I do appreciate the ones where it wasn't as much of a selling thing as well. The branding and marketing at this conference is super strong. And that's why you see a lot of the bigger brands represented, because I think as time has gone on, the conference is at bigger venues, there's more people, and most likely the tables and everything that they offer for shops is becoming more expensive, because Go Wild can say, well, you're going to reach blah, blah, blah attendees, number of attendees, you know. It is a business thing, and whether anybody realizes it or not. So, even for myself, I tried to keep it in mind that I'm going there to meet my friends, and have fun, and I wanted to be sold to. I'm like, tell me what to buy. Y'all know I love shopping. So I did buy some things, and I enjoyed it, every second of it. However, I kept in mind the whole time that I am representing, in a small way, a couple shops, right? Sweet Kawaii, Itty Bitty Sticker Co., Owl Paper, Notique. I love Notique, and I have signed up to be an affiliate with them. I'm not all the way through their program, but those are the 4 that I'm currently associated with, and I'm very particular about who I want to associate with, because it does, you know, we reflect on each other. They reflect on me as much as I reflect on them in our community. And VJ and she was the first speaker on the first day, and I was so proud. I was like, yes, it's my VJ. I was so hyped, and I was so hyped that so many other people there were so hyped. And she had several beautiful tables. Trust me, I tried to get at one, but they were all full, and that made my heart full. I was like, yay, people want her table. Their booth was always so busy, and I was just like, yes, you go, Miss VJ, sell your Notique. Because I love Notique. I would recommend it to anyone. I've had many, many interactions with her and her staff in person, as a customer and as an event attendee at 2 different events, and they have a lot of integrity and consistency, which I respect. Let's see, what else do I want to put on these pages? I want to put my hourly tape. So let's use just white, if it will cooperate. Okay, so with that said, I enjoyed meeting a lot of different shop and brand owners. One that particularly stands out, I've already forgotten the shop name, but I'll look it up. She was passing out stencils, and so I went and looked around to see if she had a table, and she sure enough did, and her table was so cute, and it reminded me of my Instagram. It was like a pink gingham tablecloth, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm here for it. You know, I don't use stencils, but I just thought that that was so cute. So that sticks out in my mind. And she went to every, not a volunteer, the owner went to every single table and passed out stuff. Not saying everybody has to do that, but that just sticks in my mind because I was like, wow, commitment. Okay. So what I wanted to say about this takeaway is there's two sides of this marketing coin, right? If you meet someone that's a big affiliate influencer that's affiliated with a brand, if you have a positive interaction with them, they're not your best friend, you know? You're not gonna like be besties now. Like that's part of their job. And although I'm sure I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about like let's just stick on the Mark, the men who bullet, because I had really great interactions with him. But is he my bestie now? I mean, no. So we just got to keep our expectations realistic when we meet people. But he was incredibly kind, very happy to take a pic with me. And oh my gosh, so embarrassing. He was with Joshie, and I don't listen to podcasts. And I don't follow her on social media. I do now. She took my pic with him. I had no idea who she was. So sorry, Joshie. I wasn't trying to blow you off. But what's funny is she did not have the attitude of like, oh my gosh, don't you know who I am? She's like, yes, the Mark fan club. Let me take you a picture. So that was adorable. Okay, aren't you guys loving this page? I feel like if I want to put a box, I could put it there, but I'm not sure if I want it to be box shape. I think I'm gonna cut it fussy cut. So the people that I think kept a good head about them and remembered that, yes, we're here to cut up and have a good time, but ultimately it is networking and marketing, I think are going to come away from this in a much better position. So that's all I meant to say. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't think I really cut it looking right. I'm like, why am I on red? It says I'm in a meeting, but I'm not. Okay. So just keep that in mind if you attended. If someone was super sweet to you and they got their pic with you, you know, they're being kind. They're not our besties now, and that's okay. Maybe I should just put this on the other side in the middle. I don't know. I think I'm just going to save it for another occasion. thought I wanted you, sticker, but I don't want you right now, and I'm sorry. So there's that side. And then on the other side, if I had a couple negative interactions too with people that I feel are a little bit more well-known. And you know what? The only one who's going to be hurting out of that interaction is them, not me. They don't even know who I am. But little do they know, I was following every one of their posts, every one of their videos, using some of their links, making comments, having engagement, and they're the ones losing that, not me, because I just feel like, yeah, we're not besties, but if you don't appreciate the people who are helping you stay in whatever position that you're in, I just don't want to support it. Because that just shows like someone's true heart. If you aren't in a position or a mood, or, you know, I understand everyone's human and they maybe can't keep up with that level of marketing. It is tiring, and this conference does take a lot out of you, but if that's the case, don't go. You're honestly better off not going than making it very clear that you don't want to interact for whatever reason. I'm just trying to give y'all some marketing and networking tips next time you're at an event, and some of my takeaways, because I will say it is genius on the part of the creators of Go Wild to make us feel like we're not being sold to. Because if you feel like you're being sold to, you are automatically more suspicious and less likely to buy anything. But the people who are doing the selling, whether it's of themselves, I mean, that's the first thing you learn in sales. The first thing you sell is yourself. A lot of times people don't even care that much about your product. They just like you, and they just want to work with you, and they feel you're going to give them great service and whatever. There was some people at the conference that just really didn't keep that top of mind, unfortunately, and I do think it's going to hurt their personal brand. VJ talked a lot about personal brand and personal image. And I feel like that message is very needed with a lot of people in business. Because the age-old saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know, is absolutely still correct in this day and age. Okay, so let me get off business talk. Oh my gosh, the toast. How cute is this planner? But anyway, I found myself thinking that I want to help in whatever small way I can get the word out about this B6 planner, because although I don't show it here much or use it much, I have gifted this planner to several people because I feel so confident that they will love it. And it is, in my opinion, better than, I mean, I would say in some ways than Hobonichi, especially if you want to be 6 size. They don't offer that. And like I said, their binding and their paper quality are better than the Tomoe River competitors out there on the market. So I would highly recommend this. And her level of service is amazing. I had purchased a clear cover from her, and it had a grommet and a elastic band that went around, and the grommet hole was a little bit too big, so my band kept on coming out, and I let her know about it, and she immediately was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Some other people said that too, and we have fixed the issue, and I'll send you a new one. I mean, oh my gosh. And I understand as companies grow, you're not going to be able to get always that personalized level of service, but that's why I love purchasing from small business. And going to this conference really reminded me that with small business, it is the people who are purchasing who are keeping them alive. They are grateful for it. They do care a lot about the quality of the product, the service that they give. And like, if I want them to grow, I need to be part of the solution. So here I am. I love me some Hobonichi. I'm not saying I won't still use it. I still will use it for work because I need a bigger space for all my work notes, and I need the hardback that the Han has to offer. I still will use my no-teat covers, but I do not have a B6 no-teat cover at the moment. I'll get me one when I can. But right now I have a Salty Katie cover on this just because I like the pink. And look at this, it's just a perfect little size to be able to plan in every day. And when I have it fully open, it doesn't take up too much room on my desk. And to be able to put in my purse and take with me everywhere. Like, why have I been sleeping on this? Okay, next thing I'm going to do is put a few lines here for journaling. I don't want to use this color though. I want to use like the peachy pink thing, 910. So what do y'all think about what I have to say? As just a general attendee who may or may not be a professional in the quote real world, do you realize that these conferences are partially about marketing and networking? I think that's also why I prefer smaller events, because there's less of that. It really is more about us and connecting. Although we still have sponsors and we still have, you know, we love to shop. Trust me, there's people there still selling to us. But our community is just, we are close-knit, even at the bigger events. And so I believe what VJ said about your personal image really has an impact in this community. Because the only one there who's on Martha Stewart level out of all these brands is Martha Stewart, okay? Like, we would all be good and humbled to keep it in mind. Today is $2 Tuesday for Sweet Kawaii. So if you're not familiar, that is when you can buy a lot of the different kits in the parts and pieces. Like, you can get only full boxes, or you can get a whole bunch of headers or a whole bunch of washi strips. So if you find yourself needing like different parts and pieces, $2 Tuesday is the time to get that. When it's not $2 Tuesday, those type of sheets are less readily available. There are still some like date covers and stuff still available, but they're less readily available than on other days. Let's do one more spread because I am feeling it and loving it. Let me tell y'all about a bigger company that I'm really loyal to after years because of an experience with their customer service that I had years ago. That is Pro Flowers. I used to always order from like, you know, if I needed to send flowers from like FTD or 1-800-Flowers or whatever, but I really liked the idea of like the farm to the person flowers from Pro Flowers, and it was said that they would like last longer, and you know, there's still dirt from the farmers actually on the flowers when your person gets them, and I just thought that was so cool. So the first time I ordered from them, I had a friend in the hospital, and I just thought that would really make their day to get like something special like that, because you don't want to get some depressing flowers while you're already up in the hospital. And sometimes you just don't really know about the quality when you order from those bigger companies. So I sent them, and then I didn't hear anything, and then I didn't hear anything from my friend. And then I was like, hey, are you still there in the hospital? Was this your right room number? And they're like, oh, they actually checked me out early. I'm done. Oh my gosh. So the flowers arrived, and my friend had already checked out of the hospital. So I contacted Pro Flowers, and they were a pretty big company at this time already. And told them the situation, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is there anything you can do? I know they're supposed to last longer. Can you transfer them? Like mail them, contact the hospital and have them mailed to their house now or whatever. And zero hassle, zero struggle. They were like, oh my gosh, you know what? This happens sometimes. Give me your friend's home address. I will recreate this order at no charge to you and deliver it to their home. I was blown away by that service. So I have used them ever since for years. And my hubby gets me those flowers whenever he orders because he knows I love them so much. So to this day, because of that one great service experience, years later, I'm still using this company. In the past holiday, when he got me flowers, they arrived really late and they weren't as great of quality. But you know what? Because of all the positive interactions I've had with them in the past, I just blew it off. I was like, this is a one-off. You know, so that too, like if somebody has a bad day, if you consistently have positive interactions with a company or a person, you're going to be like, oh, they're just having a bad day, you know? But in the planner community, you know, we talk to each other. So we are going to know if a person or a brand is having a bad day or if that's just, you know, their nature. But it's always good to remember when you go to those type of events, whether you want someone to follow you on Instagram or you just want to make a friend. Hey, you might just want to make new friends who have similar interests. The first thing you sell is yourself, you know? Being kind to people, whether they can do anything for you or not, just goes a long way in society, but especially in business. So I was incredibly proud to be there, knowing that I'm affiliated with some of the most thoughtful small shops in our community. Okay, I need to hustle up and get finished because now I really do have a meeting coming up. But I wanted to get in here and do some spreads in my B6 because I just thought to myself, you know what, Kel? A lot of this is a grassroots effort, and I'm nothing if not grass. Like, I'm small. A couple people did come up to me at the conference and say, oh my gosh, like, of course, a lot of them were like Texas Planner babes that, you know, we're in a group together, but there were like 2 or 3 that were just like, oh, hey, I watch your channel. And that was so fun. And I tried to like talk to those people a bit more and get to know them, because I want this to be like a community where we all trust each other. Like, I'm never gonna tell you guys a product is good if it's not. I'm never gonna say like, oh yeah, everybody should go to Go Wild once. Like, I don't know if I really believe that, you know? So I tried to get to know the people that came up to me to talk, because I just want to thank you guys for watching and keeping my little community alive and caring about what the heck I'm doing in my planner. Just wanted to tell you guys thank you, and that it's so special to me. I love our planner community, and just remember that we're the ones making this community. So if we don't like something about it, we're the ones who can change it, because in the grand scheme of life, we're a very small community. Most people in the general public still don't even know that Go Wild is even a thing. I told people at my work and they thought I was pulling their leg. They're like, no way that Martha Stewart came and spoke to a bunch of planners. Like, they quite literally couldn't believe it. So we need to, like, I don't know. As I've told y'all over the past couple weeks, the Lord's been sending me a lot of messages to like stay humble, and I think that's a message that we can all take home and use. Oh, now I only have 1 more checklist, and I got 2 more days. Hang on, let me get up in this journaling kit and see if I had a checklist. I feel like I had more Breakfast Club stuff, but I don't know that there's checklists. No, there's not. Okay, well, let's just cut it in half and make smaller checklists on each page. Anyway, I just wanted to give y'all a couple of takeaways I had from Go Wild, and just to remind everyone how important you are, whether you went to Go Wild and felt important, whether you were even able to go to Go Wild or not, you're really important to me. And whether any influencer or brand owner realizes it, you're really important to them. Without consumers, they got nothing. So know your worth, and I'm just so thankful that we're all here. And I feel like everyone that comments on my videos and all of that, like, you guys are my friends. I know I'm just me, and that if I go and comment and stuff on other people's videos, that's not always the case. Like, I try to know my place, but I consider all of y'all my friends, and just want to tell you thank you for being here. Thank you for caring about my planner, my life, or, you know, what I got going on. It means a lot to me, and you guys mean a lot to me. Oh, I was gonna put that again. That's not gonna be cute. Let me do this instead. I thought I had more of this kit left. What happened? Oh my gosh, Frank eating a Pop-Tart. That's adorable. hope if you've ever gone to those type of events that people made you feel as special as you are, but if not, just know you are. And we can learn a lot from these conferences, not only what to do, but what not to do, right? And how we don't want to make other people feel. And to be self-aware. I mean, I give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, they may not even realize how they're coming off to people. But as someone who represents any type of brand, you have to realize it. Being self-aware is like one of the most important things in growth, because if you don't realize the things that you need to work on, you can't grow. So anyway, I hope that y'all had some good takeaways from this video. I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just, I don't know, I kind of want to, I feel like it could help somebody out there who might be a channel or a brand who's trying to grow. Consistency and integrity, kindness, all of that goes a long way in life and business, and we are either part of a problem or part of a solution. So I hope that you enjoyed these plan with me's and my little tidbits, tips, whatever you want to call them. I got a hole right there. Yay, let's put Freebie Friday. There's going to be adorable freebies this week. I was so thankful to get to meet Tasia. She is just as lovely in quote real life as online. So you guys can be rest assured of that. And so is all the rest of our team. And we had an amazing time together. Thank y'all for watching. There's my spreads. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.